Paying $500 more a month for a place to live? What would that do to your budget?
Nothing good. That is the painful question Utah renters are trying to answer. Chris Jones of the Utah Growing Pains team discovered how last year's spike in housing prices put the squeeze now on renters. Chris?
Guys, there's apartment construction everywhere across Salt Lake City as well as Utah, but inventory is still tight. Rents are continuing to spike. You need thousands of dollars down, and you've got to have a big income to get into some of these places.
I'm nervous, I won't lie.
Cassidy Kaiser is a single mom with 2 young kids.
I won't lie, like every month as my bills come due, I freak out.
After her lease ended recently, it took her 3 months to find a new apartment. Her rent went from $1,100 a month to $1,600.
I think the most frustrating thing for me is that I keep wanting to get my feet underneath me.
Kaiser isn't alone. Data from the Kim Gardner Policy Institute says the number of available apartments dropped by a record in 2021. And they say we saw an extreme price hike in housing across the state.
I keep wanting to get one step ahead to be able to have, a significant amount in savings where I can, breathe a sigh of relief, take my kids to Disneyland, just do something more than feel like I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Everything's rented out all the time.
John Maxim restores and flips homes. He also manages more than 1,000 rental properties.
It's getting harder and harder to find things.
He estimates that rental prices went up nearly 10% last year. Maxim says more could be done. He says cities could allow more duplexes and triplexes to help ease the tight market, but neighbors often resist them because those units can suppress home values.
Demand is still really high.
He says without some creative solutions, renters are likely going to be in a bind for a long time.
I think there could be some slowing and some plateauing, but I think the market's going to remain strong for several more years.
Pit in my stomach, shed some tears for sure.
For Cassidy, she is losing hope that the rent she pays will kill her dreams of home ownership.
It just feels pretty impossible, and at this point, I might as well move out of the state and go somewhere where I could afford the quality of life that I was used to, my children were used to.
Don't expect any of this to change anytime soon. The Kim Gardner Institute says there will be thousands of new homes coming onto the market in 2024. They hope that that will loosen the market, potentially stabilize rent prices. Guys, back to you.
Chris, thank you. Right now, there is no immediate relief for people like Cassidy Kaiser who are working hard to make ends meet and keep their housing. Kaiser told us her increased rent is going to delay the possibility of her buying a home by several years now.